I'm recording this kind of late, guys. I didn't make my usual daily YouTube video that I do today, um, because basically I was just doing a lot of sound design work and I just kind of got distracted and ended up not making a video. But I still wanted to do a video today, and I thought about doing something a bit more intimate, a bit more personal. And it actually comes because I had a couple of students recently who are both doing great. I won't mention their names, but yeah, two separate students came to me recently saying that they'd been struggling with self-doubt and motivation, And I was like, yeah, you know what? Me too. And yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys that, from my perspective at least, dealing with self-doubt, um, as a musician, as a content creator, as a producer, it's something that I've always had, and it's something that I still have, and something that I probably always will have, you know? So this self-doubt of like you're like slowing in your progress, or you're kind of getting stuck, or you feel like you're not good enough, you feel like you're not getting the results that you want. That sort of feeling is a feeling that I've had since I began, as I was coming up, and even as where I am now, I still have that exact same feeling. And I think it's just a thing that just never will actually ever go away. But I've sort of learned to live with it. So basically, my advice to you, if you're struggling with self-doubt and things like that, or like questioning yourself, my first advice is that to say that that feeling that you've got is probably, it might sort of reduce over time, but it's never really going to fully go away. So once you can kind of accept that it's just part of the nature of our brains and how they work, I think like as much as we have those really positive aspects in our brain where we're like super creative and artistic, at the same time we also have those negative aspects where we fall into like lack of motivation, laziness, maybe even self-doubt, anxiety, whatever it is. I think just as we have the good, we also have the bad, and I don't think you can really fully get away from those like kind of self-doubt feelings like completely ever. I think it's always going to be there, but I think it's a bit more freeing when you kind of accept that. And so you can ride out those sort of waves that you go through of self-doubt or whatever a little bit easier, just knowing that this is kind of just like a phase that I'm going through, and I'll probably go through this sort of phase again in the future as well, but it's just part of the journey, and it's always going to sort of happen to some degree. So that's just my first bit of advice, is to just accept it for what it is and just know that you are not special. That is one thing, because when we start to really think about like, or get deep in that self-doubt hole, we think we're the only one, and that's really the problem. Whereas in actuality, everyone is in that same self-doubt spiral a lot of the time. It's like I am, my other students are, like we all go through those stages, those phases. And so just realizing that it's completely normal, it's absolutely fine, and it's a phase that you'll get out of, and you probably might go into it again, but it's just part of the journey. So just learn to take the bad with the good. And another thing also, because I want to also really encourage and congratulate you guys, especially the couple of the students that I'm sort of talking about. I want to really congratulate you for like sticking at it, and your hard work and persevering. Especially one of my students I have at the moment, he's really dedicated himself to his craft like a lot, and he's cut out all of the distractions, made loads of sacrifices, and just gone like almost like like monk mode, just him and his craft, which is what I kind of do a lot as well, and I love that dedication. that's where you'll really be forged in the fire when you're able to do that. This video is not for everyone. There's a lot of people on my channel who they love making music. It's kind of a hobby, and that's great too. I'm still making content for you guys as well. But what really excites me is people that are like willing to like sacrifice to like make it happen. Make it happen for themselves. And so I love it when I see that. And it's a shame that not enough people will do that. But I want to just congratulate you if you're also a person who's doing that, who's really making the sacrifice to like follow your path. Really like just follow your kind of God-given path. Your like craft, and just go all in on that. Then I want to just congratulate you for doing that and taking that bold move. And another way I can just sort of give you some extra encouragement or a little bit of a metaphor is in those moments when you're like kind of having the self-doubt and it's difficult to pull yourself out of it. The thing is, you have to remember is that a lot of people, I've seen the people come and go in music production. I've seen people come in with it's always the the hotter the flame, the shorter the burn. It's always like that. I've seen people come in full of excitement, full of energy. 6 or 7 months later, missing in action because they just came in so hot and they just left just as quickly, And if you really want to make it in music, you have to be like Andy Dufresne in Shawshank Redemption. That is the only way. You have to chisel your way out of the prison, one little chip of stone against the wall at a time. That's the only way you can do it. You really have to feel like you're chiseling your way out of a prison cell. It's the only way to do it. You got to learn to love that. You need to put the poster up to hide the hole that you're chiseling, okay? Because the poster is you putting it up and saying, I don't need anyone else to know. No one else needs to care. This is just me and the wall, and no one else knows about it. Just me. It's all for me. It's all just for my personal satisfaction from myself because I want to do it. It's not to show off to anyone else. It's not to tell anyone else. The more you tell someone else, it's like you're revealing your sort of hidden work, and the prison guard's going to see you're trying to get out, So you have to be like Andy Dufresne in terms of all the hard work and all the hours you put in. It has to be just like you by yourself without anyone knowing. That's really the secret. And then you have to just think of it as this lifelong mission that you're on that no one else really knows about. And it's just like you're just one piece at a time, just chiseling your way through it in the darkness. That's basically what it takes, to make it in music and to stay in music. Because there's, people come and go in music. That people will have like a successful hit or something, and then they'll be gone, and that'll have been it. But people that make it in music and stay in music that consistently, like that is the hardest thing in the world because it's already a competitive industry. And so to sort of compete and stay competing for like as long as you can, like that's ridiculously hard, And so you have to adopt the Andy Dufresne model. You have to be chiseling every day, and it has to feel like you're not making progress, but you're still chiseling. You put the poster back up, you go back to sleep. Next day, you do the same again when no one's looking. You have to just keep doing that, and you have to enjoy doing that. And that's the best advice that I can give you, really. So that be prepared if you want to like have success in the music industry, and then keep it. That's kind of what you're going for. All right. So this is just a motivational message to these particular guys who are just really locking in and really get into it. And I'm saying basically, well done, and keep going and don't stop, and just keep building in the darkness, and you're gonna do fine. just enjoy it, you know. There you go. That's my little late night motivational kind of video slash vlog. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, let me know if it helped you out. Leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you're new. Check out the links in my video as well, in my description, for preset packs, one-on-one coaching, mixing and mastering, and my Patreon as well, with a great Discord community. Alright, that's it from me today. More from me soon. Keep chiseling away. Much love.